Hey guys, my name is Zimmer Lobster, and welcome to the revived and refreshed ZombSquad podcast. This is the podcast I've done a little over a year and a half with friends of mine, and everything just kind of went up after that. But we are back. And I'm not only back by myself, I'm joined by my old co-host Spike. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well.
Excellent. And we are joined by newcomer co-host Magna Collider 15. How you doing, Carl?
Doing good.
Excellent, excellent. And we are joined by a wonderful guest. Goes by Queen Trash on Twitch, and she streams a lot of Call of Duty Zombies and Resident Evil. It's Zoe. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. I've been looking forward to this for a very, very long time. It's been great to get this podcast back up and running again. Out of all the content on my channel, this is the thing that I probably... And when it all kind of went just completely out of the woods, it was a real disappointment, but we're back. We're not only back, we're back, and we're better than ever. So, but how is everyone?
Just dandy.
You know, I haven't heard that word.
I haven't used that word in forever.
It's quite
Haven't heard that in a while.
like word.
Yeah.
But it's not hard like, you know, I'm great. It's,
Do good.
I'm good. But yeah, no, this I've been really looking forward to when I approached Spike and Carl with the idea of having the podcast, and like Carl, for instance, I knew for a fact that I wanted him as a co-host. I knew he was trying to do a podcast with someone else at the time, but I approached him with the idea. He was 100% on board. It was great because the passion he has for this game makes him the perfect. So I'm really glad that he's on board to join Spike, and Spike coming back as well. Well, OG, me and him, we started this whole ZombSquad podcasting, just him, and then it kind of out. We got different, we all these different guests on as well. Yeah, it's just fantastic having Zoe as a guest on today's episode, the first episode of the Revive. It's all the everything. We are gonna get started, but the idea of this is we're gonna be talking about kind of top fives and discussions up until we start getting official teasers and trailers for the new COD 2020, possibly 2021. It might be delayed, we don't know, but we're all different kinds of up to those, and then we'll be covering new game when it comes, all of the DLCs. And if you ever want to be a guest on this podcast, we are always welcome to have so many members of the community. And so if you do want to come on as a guest, be sure to tweet us. Be sure to book you in. So that's all the intro stuff done. Now to get into the sources stuff. Zoe, I know you showed me a picture, well, showed me your phone last night of wrote down some kind of
I did.
pointers.
I got my notes. I'm here and I'm prepared.
Excellent. So this episode we're going to be talking about our predictions, kind of, you know, mechanics, guns, or just anything we want to see come in COD 2020 Zombies. You know, I know exactly what I want to see. Trust me, there's a big difference. Hope Spike and Carl have got some juicy. Oh, me and Carl, they spent about 2.5 goddamn hours talking about COD 20. But we will.
Yep.
Okay, so predictions. Let's start. You know what? Actually, let's start with Zoe. Let's start with Zoe. Let's get you on the
Why
board.
me? So I literally only have one prediction written down.
Let's hear it.
So, basically that is, I think they're gonna do what they did on Black Ops 4, where they start with 3 maps on launch, and then if they have a DLC map, that'll possibly drop with it. But yeah, because I like think that was great for content, like having all of those maps on launch day. But the only bad thing about that was that if somebody's trying to focus on one map, like Easter eggs will get solved on the other maps before they've even had time to like go and have a look at those maps.
Right.
Like I know, like I was just Blood of the Dead. Like I threw myself on that map. I loved Mob of the Dead, so I was like throwing myself on this one. Like I was just trying to hunt and everything on that map, and then
Yeah, me too.
I just didn't touch like 9 or Voyage. Well, I tried Voyage, and I don't really like it. So
Yeah, I mean, it's like saying there, like you threw. I think we had wanted since Black Ops 3 started, Mob of the Dead, like reimagined slash remake.
hell yeah.
We wanted that, and when they were doing the keynote for Black Ops 4, our prayers were answered. We got it, but and I know Spike will probably disagree with this because I know how much I consider it a disappointment. Like, and to be quite frank, actually, as much as I absolutely love and adore Mob of the Dead, it's still to this day in my top 3 maps of all time.
Number 1, baby.
It's quite odd because the map I was most looking forward to was Voyage.
Really?
I was too.
I think that's because it had a Shadows of Evil vibe, and Carl knows because he's with me on. Shadows of Evil is both mine and Carl's #1 map of all. I think that vibe that Voyage gave similarities with Shadows. I think that's why I was leaning more towards that map rather than Blood of the Dead. Well, what do you know? It turned out to
I'll agree.
it was a real shame, but who knew in this call right now, and people who are watching this at home, write down in the comments section, who knew out of the 4 launch maps, 9 was going to be the one that kind of shone upon the red.
I would have never guessed, honestly.
Yeah, I would have thought Blood. I would have thought Blood the most.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Right, it's okay. So you guys are saying is that the same with you? You say Blood?
Yep.
Okay, so all you 3 are saying Blood. That's interesting. Yeah, I think I'm inclined to agree with you purely because of the hype for Mob of the Dead remastered. I have guessed that 9 would have been the map to come out on top. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone in this to the point where, I mean, Carl, for instance, on Mixer, he streams a lot of a 9 solo Easter egg run. I love that. It's a good map because this is gonna sound really odd. I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me. But for me, 9 feels a little bit like Doris, where you have the simple points to activate Pack-a-Punch, and the simplicity of the map. Oh, hang on. The simplicity of the map and like compared to it just to me, what the like Tour de France? Yeah, I think there's like look at Blood, for instance. Blood is quite a complex map, especially with Afterlife being and Voyage is so confusing where every single room is exactly the same. 9 was a simple map of going to each of the towers and going down and activating path, and that's it. And we're going back to the old school style of the weapon being in the box, and I know there's a way you can get it first hit, but I like that. And the only thing I don't like about starting to not like about 9 are the boss zombies, especially the
Oh my gosh.
especially the axe swinging guys. Honestly,
Oh,
they
tell
can
me
just
about
take that axe and they can shove it right up their ass. Quote Scarlet.
Jack, have you been to round 80 on 9?
Oh
highest,
lord.
the highest I've gotten on 9 is I think.
I got to round 80 just trying to do camo challenges, and God, it's an absolute shit show. It's
I think I
it's
got
actually
to-
overwhelming.
I can imagine.
It's so overwhelming.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I've like the highest round I got to on that map was like round 64, and I thought it was like a shit show then.
Like,
I
yeah,
couldn't even imagine what it would be like on round 80.
finding it a shit
Or even
show on round
100.
10. Like, oh, you guys get into these 80 bombs. I'm now around 10, and I'll be like, oh look, it's a gladiator. Oh look, there's a brawler. Oh no, it's a blind bomber. Still play it, but they annoy it. Hope people. It's a good map, but there
Yeah.
are ways it can be.
See, it's a decent map. It's definitely not the best. Like the only time I really go to play that map is when I have to do camo challenges,
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, fair enough.
and I really hate Voyage. Like I really hate
I
Voyage.
think you're
So
in there
out
with
of
most
those
of the
two maps,
community there.
I always go for 9 rather than Voyage to do the challenges that I need to do for the camos.
Wait, fucking Carla, you were the thing? You got.
Oh yeah, I literally
Yeah.
don't even remember the last time I touched Voyage.
Yeah, me either. I like the boss fight. I mean, I like the Easter egg with
Yeah,
a
the
lot,
Easter egg's really cool.
and yeah, I love that. But just playing it,
Playing casual is not you.
nah.
Okay.
Is it
Absolutely
anything
not.
else?
Yeah, you know, I know, like, oh, I've seen Dream, you do a lot of solo Easter egg runs, and I'm not gonna lie, you're pretty beast at them. Like, your Black Ops 4 is basically my Black Ops. Like, I'm pretty sure you know, and like the back of your same with
Yeah.
Horizon Drac, Revelations, like, because I've done them so many times. Like, never, like, just when was it? I think it was helping this guy do Rev, and I'm shouting out all the points, especially with the gate worms. Oh, first hatch, you spawn. Second hatch, EE. Third hatch, you corrupt. Fourth hatch, you mob. He's just like, how do you know this shit? No, I help so many people do those eggs that I know them like the back of my. But I don't get that same love and compassion with the Black Ops 4. Especially, like, Spike, I know me and you did a blood run just the granted,
Yeah.
I did enjoy that experience with blood. That's probably, like, you know, the most enjoyable Easter egg experience I've had on that map.
That was my best run as well.
Like, it was a good run. It was a solid run, you know, and we were playing with a guy who was a complete competent zombies player. He knew what he was doing. He was able to hold a zombie whenever we asked him to. He was a solid guy.
Yeah.
But I won't go out of my way to do that Easter egg again, especially on solo.
Wait, which one?
Carl's face. I
Blood.
knew he was gonna pull that
Yeah,
face.
I agree.
I knew he was gonna pull that face. Like,
I cannot do that solo.
I've seen you
If I can
attempt
ever
blood.
get,
I've seen you attempt blood so many times. You're just like, I hate this egg.
I've also attempted it so many times and just like it's always bugged out for me. Like on the bird step. Like it either won't
Oh.
spawn in or it just like it won't work. It won't do what it's supposed to do.
Oh, then you've got no hope. I still
No.
get the Horizon Drac glitch with the Wisp where it doesn't spawn in. Oh,
Yeah, I did too on DE.
they can't fix
Oh,
something
wow.
on Black Ops 3. We got no hope for Black Ops 4.
Tell me about it.
I've had that glitch way too many. Anyways, we've completely gone off topic. Okay, so you're saying that that's your prediction. You're going with they're going to do 4 maps on launch.
Yeah. Well, 3, but if there is a DLC
So
drop for a season
so
pass for that
basically-
game, it'll be 4.
a 3 and a bonus.
Yeah.
Kyle, what would your prediction for 20?
now is this totally gameplay or is this?
This
can
could
be any
be.
kind of?
I mean, it could be anything from maps to gameplay to like weapons or just like, you know, it could be anything.
I do believe that they won't call it Black Ops 5. I'm thinking like the leaks of possibly calling it just Black Ops or Black Ops Vietnam. That's what I would go with for
Okay.
that prediction. That's what I think. I just don't know. I think after the departure of Jason, I don't think it's going to be Black Ops 5.
Saying Black Ops V.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty suiting if that's what they go with on the campaign.
Now, that's
And
interesting.
it would, yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. If this actually does turn out to be, I think they're gonna go that slight extra mile, and to not confuse it with the 2010 game, I think they're gonna call it Black Operation.
I could see that.
Like, because it's basically just Black Ops but expanded.
Yeah.
They call
Yeah.
it Black Ops. It's gonna be like, I mean, you see how many people get Modern Warfare 2019, COD 4, Modern Warfare. Like, the reason why they were able to pull that off is because of that literal 4. Especially with
Yes,
Call of
because so many
Duty
people just
4.
refer to it as COD 4. I refer to it as COD 4. Like, never just
I do
Modern
too.
Warfare.
I just call it Modern Warfare. To the 2019. Whenever I'm in a conversation. Talk about that game, right? Just gets confusing. I think calling this next game Black Ops is gonna give off the same problem. That's why I think Black Operation or Black Ops Vietnam, it still gives it that you're able to identify that between that game, difference between that game. That's one.
I just want to say,
Yeah, come on.
I've just thought if it's called like Black Ops Vietnam, it will still be BOV, as in Black
I
Ops
was
5.
literally thinking that.
Yeah.
I was literally
Like,
thinking that.
it's literally just come to my head, and it's like that would be such a
Right.
good thing.
That's what I
That
thought
would
in
be
the beginning,
such a
too.
good idea. That'd be such a
Yeah.
good idea.
I think, yeah.
Like, it was just in my head, and I was like, wait a second.
That is a 200 IQ play right there.
That's a I can see.
Trademark
I
it.
think that.
I'm surprised you
Yeah,
didn't, Jack.
It would be a crafty way for them to work it in without actually calling it Black Ops 5.
Yeah.
Carl, is that your only prediction, or do you have some more?
Let me think. And I would say I feel like they're gonna try to maybe keep some of the things like Carpenter rebuilding the shield. That was a good idea.
I loved that.
But maybe
Yeah.
and maybe rework back some BO3 elements. I hope, but I mean, that's never guaranteed. I mean, they're gonna want to push it forward, so they might want to make it different like Black Ops 4, but hopefully they'll bring back a lot of classic feel to it, because that's what I think BO3 did great. It brought in classic, but it also brought in new elements we were never really used to, but was pushing it forward.
Okay.
So hopefully they kind of balance it better like BO3 did.
So I think like Carpenter repairing the
Yeah.
um
Right.
would you also go out on a limb to say max ammo refilling both reserve and clip?
Yeah, that
I
too.
hope that's a
That-
thing.
yeah.
I like that too. It's much better than having to
I
coordinate and be
think
like, hey,
A lot
reload.
of people liked that.
Yeah, I did too.
I completely forgot Black Ops 1. I went back and played it. It actually does
Oh, really?
refill your clip and your reserve. I completely
I didn't
forgot
know
that.
that.
Game in such a long time. Like, I just
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that either.
same.
Pretty glad I replaced it. Like, does it remember? Yeah, no, it does do that. I'm wondering. That's probably where they took that mechanic from. That's Black Ops. They
Dang.
could bring it back for BO. No, not BO5. COD 2020. I've got to refrain from calling it BO5 because one thing, that's the most dumbass title. When this game was called Black Ops, I'm like, oh, it needs to be changed. It needs to still calling it COD 2020. But Okay, that's interesting. I like those mechanics as well, Carl. I think they can make. Right, what about you?
I'm thinking that for zombies at least, uh, I think that they're gonna have the launch maps as the Zombie Chronicles 2 maps. So it's gonna be like the Victus maps, the 3 Victus maps.
Okay.
For
Alright.
DLC though, maybe they'll do a new storyline, but following the aspect of Vietnam. But I don't want it to be a Black Ops reboot. I just don't want to see the Ether storyline being rebooted, but with just like different elements. That's one thing I'm really, really scared about, especially since they just ended it in BO4.
Yeah, okay. I can see.
I'm sure it's going to leave a bad taste in many players' mouth.
Yeah, it probably will. Because they do end up. It's not gonna sit well. Like I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the thing I liked about new story, brand new character, absolutely connection. I don't like that they're leaving that on a cliffhanger if they decide not to continue it. Granted, it was an amazing cliffhanger, but if they don't end, if they don't end up continuing.
Well, what I've been thinking lately is that how do they continue off of Ancient Evil's cutscene? How do they continue that where literally Shaw and Bruno are under the Order's control, and then Scarlet's passed the fuck out, and then Diego's just shitting himself behind a pillar, and Medusa's just roaming around the temple. Where do you go from there?
Diego's just lost at the story, has no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
The only way I could see them continue.
Yeah. Presumably dead.
It was to do another map for Chaos. I could see the opening cutscene. Has finally gotten. Scarlet finally wakes up and they're forced out of the world. Something stop her. Maybe along the way they encounter that become the playable characters, but maybe they have something to tie into, and the not so much the order, like
Yeah.
basically his and go on from there. That's the only way I can see.
Like they left themselves with hardly any room to work with. It's like being an architecture and then you get a call like, "Hey, can you work on my closet?" Like, what the fuck?
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Okay. You don't think they're gonna do an Ether reboot?
No. Well, I'm scared. I'll be really scared. No, I'm scared that they will do it, but if they don't do it, I'll be really happy.
Okay. In terms kind of hard. I mean, one of them was what Kyle was saying, them bringing back mechanics such as. But I'm skeptical to say that. I reckon. So I've got two predictions. Now, I mentioned one of these to Kyle. I remind. I really don't think they're gonna go through, but they did. I can see it actually working. So the first prediction I have all about. I don't think they're gonna do war weapons. I think they're gonna do a blackout style thing where the guns are on killing zombies every so often. As you progress through the map, like on the walls, the guns get stronger and stronger and stronger. So you go from maybe start off with pistols, then you go to shotguns, then you move to SMG or rifle, and from that point, Then mystery box is what I can't see the mystery box changing. The only thing I can see, I think they're gonna put up the price. I reckon I'm gonna predict it's $1,000 rather than 950. I'm gonna predict.
Yeah.
Mystery box won't change. You'll still get weapons. They'll come fully with ammo. I don't think they're gonna. Oh yeah, shields. I don't think they're gonna do.
See, that's one of the things that, like, that's one of the things I don't want in the next game. I don't want the maps to be so heavily reliable or reliant on the shields, because I feel like you had to have a shield on, like, every map.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Blood of the Dead, you had to have one because you needed the afterlife. And if you didn't have the shield, like, you just, like, die instantly, so...
Same principle for the Easter egg.
Yeah.
Oh, go a trophy as well because you needed to get one of the trophies.
Oh yeah.
So it's no, I can see what you're saying there, Zoe. You know, they have especially am I right in saying that Black Ops 3, excluding Chronicle, the only map that doesn't have a shield is the Giant.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so you put in the Giant aside, right? Every other map has a shield. Then Black Ops 4, every single fucking map has a shield.
Yeah.
Even like because the Giant is a remake of Derice, and Derice didn't have a shield, so it makes sense. Classified is a remake of 5. 5 didn't have a shield. Why bring a shield into Classified? That's what I've never understood.
What I think it is that they were bringing in new mechanics for those games. So I think it was a decision to make it where to help you survive you would need the shield. Because there's just gonna be so much thrown at you at once. Like how you were saying with Classified, there's Nova Callers, there's like regular zombies and the dogs.
Like Classified, I 100% think that they put the shield on there because the secret cutscene is at around 150, and they kind of want to help you out there a little bit with that Easter
Don't you
egg.
mean the broken ass cutscene that nobody could get to when the map first launched?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know the shield. I mean, look at it. Right? The first map to have the shield was Transit, and since then,
Yikes.
it has become an official staple. Because you like started off with just normal shields, but they were just there, protect you like a turtle shell. But we move into Black Ops 3, they start having the attacks. Have the rocket shield in Colors of Evil, and you have the God of Fafnir in World Clovey and Black Ops 4. Every single shield has an attack mode.
In Transit, you can bash with it.
Yeah, but the bash kind of come like. But who uses the bash? Like
Who plays Transit? That's the real question.
4, I never used the bash feature. Like I just use it as protection, quite frankly. Especially with how far those zombies run in Black Ops 4. If I'm stuck in a corner, I'm pulling out the gun on the shield. I'm not bashing my way to free. Like I think I might still have the clip. I was playing 9 and I got caught on. I was in the spawn room and I got caught on one of those like spikes that point out from the side.
Yeah, those are really annoying.
And the rule to trap me this side. A bunch of zombies running towards me this side, and I'm stuck in a corner. I can't do anything. So I pull out my shield. Granted, the only perk I had to protect me was Winston Wake. I don't run Dying Wish. Pull out the shield, put in the knife, and I literally shoot my way out. I go for the headshots. I managed to skim away on like 20 health. I shouldn't have to rely on the shield to get me out of the ocean. At that point, I didn't have the. I shouldn't have to rely on the shield. And that's.
I guess that's why they give you the
Specialist weapon.
the specialist weapon or ABH.
Yeah. Exactly.
ABH don't normally run, and
Oh, I always do.
specialist weapon wasn't charged at the time. I had literally just used it white barber, so it was. by the time I'd actually gotten out of that crutch, it had literally had about that much go. So, like, but I don't like having to rely on the shield, which is why I don't think it's gonna come back in. I think shields are gonna, and we're gonna go back to basic war and BO1, where you have to rely on the wonder weapon to get you to high rounds and get you out. Which brings me to my next weapon. Specialist weapons, no go.
I
Yeah.
actually really like the specialist weapons. I'd be kind of sad if they don't make a comeback.
Well, I think they should nerf them a bit. Like, they should be like the specialist weapons at BO3, like how in DE, the
Right.
Ragnaroks,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But, I mean, Zoe, do you
you don't need
Yeah,
to level
get
them up
the-
at all.
ever get the
burn them.
like what specialist system do you prefer, BO3 or BO4?
I'm gonna say Black Ops 4, honestly.
Or I always
Yeah.
I
Wow.
prefer BO4s, but for a
Mm.
in an aspect of simplicity, maybe BO3.
Yeah, I don't hate BO4. Like, I don't hate already having it, getting kills and then using it. But I like BO3s because it felt like with each map you got a unique specialist weapon,
That's
and you kind of
true.
That
to
too.
get it,
Mm.
and it made each map like a reason to want it. Like, I'll play like I've never done Zetsubo's Easter egg like solo before, but I'll go on it just to play for the skull from that Sapway.
Yeah.
Just because it's cool, or like the Ragnaroks on DE or whatever.
But you
Or the
just,
Gauntlet of Siegfried.
Right.
I prefer, as much as I like the leveling up uh in specialist, I think that's great. You know, you go in and you get specialist weapon to a certain, it does become a, but the thing with BO3s is that earn them in game, so that actual them, and it's as you were saying, Kyle, it makes you want to come back and play or Krovi. The Gauntlet is a Tetsubo no Shima. That skull is especially with its two mesmerize. Vaporize?
Yeah, Vaporize.
Yep. Right.
That's why me personally, I like dope. The Shadows of Your Sword. Like
Well, that's
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
that
I
thing.
love that.
Mhm.
When I did my
Definitely.
round 80 run on Shadows of Evil, my god, that sword. I wanted to put a ring on it, take it to the Bahamas, carry it. It not only saved me, but it was the thing that was actually getting the most kills, bar the apothecary. It's
Yeah.
that where it flies around like the hell. Amazing. It's honestly,
Yeah.
it's my favorite specialist weapon. Go through.
I think I actually have to agree.
Or the best specialist weapon. I'm gonna have to say,
I'm going for my rags.
go for your rags.
Always
like-
run the rags.
Okay. Carl, Spike, what are your favorite specialists in BO?
Kyle, you go.
Ether side. I don't know. Maybe probably the katana and maybe like chaos side. I do use the scepter a lot. I don't know. Probably, yeah, probably the scepter, I guess.
See, the scepter's really good, like when you've got other people in the game. Solo, I tend not to.
Right.
I don't use it.
Yeah.
Like I use
Right.
the
The only
shotguns,
way,
and then
the only
maybe
way,
Viper and Dragon.
yeah, the only way that I can see the scepter being worthwhile in solo is that if you're like stuck in a corner, there's like a huge horn. You pull it out and plop it on the ground, and then if you're like really close to dying and you get hit, you're like, oh well, I'll just have it revive me.
That's what I do mainly.
Mm.
Like with the Easter egg
Yeah.
on 9, just so I can throw it down and yeah. But I like the hammer too. The hammer's really.
I just feel like Thor when I'm using that. I just
Yeah.
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 Slam it on the ground.
Bring me Thanos.
It's like a premium. But Thanos my favorite ether side. But what? So you mentioned the Viper and Dragon.
hmm
To me, that is the most underrated specialist, especially when you get it to level. That thing
It
is a
really is
monkey
underrated.
bomb. That thing is
Like,
literally a monkey bomb.
I literally used to use it
Yeah.
like within like the first few months of the game coming out, and when I was like streaming just like 9 camo challenges, like I would use Viper and Dragon. People would come into my chat and they'd be like, "People don't use Viper and Dragon." I'm like, I don't know why they don't use it. It's so underrated. Like the amount of people that I had come in, and they were like, "People don't use that," and I'm like, "Bitch, I use it." But yeah, it's very underrated.
Granted, look at how big the zombies. I guarantee you, there's going to be a Viper and Dragon crew.
Let me join them.
Yeah, it's. But I seriously, I don't think specialist. I think the way I can see, they're going to be going back basic. Like, I reckon more Black Ops 1 style than World of War style. But yeah, my ultimate prediction, I really don't think it's going to come true, but I just like the sound of it actually. That there are going to be no decent weapons. Things like Pack a Punch are going to be. I reckon they're going to revert back to the old points. That was something that was not broke. Did not need to change it. Right, okay. Predictions now. Perk system. I'll first go.
Like, mm, that's kind of hard. Like, I hope they go back to using the actual machines, so we can actually see the perk machine, get
See
the
the jingle.
jingle. Right,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
like, I mean, classic feel, that'll be great. Maybe they'll even throw in, like, which I kind of wish BO3, like, with Widow's one was great. I wish they'd have made that a Zetsubo thing, or, like, at least in Shadows, not made it, like, initially there. Maybe made it, like, a secret, kind of like in the Giant. They should have capitalized on using that for Zet, because, like, primarily.
Okay, so you're saying
Like,
old school perk system.
that's what I hope so. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I would say.
Mike, go.
BO3.
BO3. Okay. Zoe, go.
So that's actually the first thing I had written down on my notes.
Oh, okay.
I said returns of some old perks. Like I think Jug will come back. Like I don't know why, I just think it will come back. Speed Cola, like having the 4 perks and then getting Speed Cola. Like I liked just buying Speed Cola. Like not having to buy all 4 perks and then just get it as I picked up all 4.
Of your life.
It does. Double tap I'm kind of on the fence about. I did like that if you pack a punch your gun, you did get double tap on that, but I did like buying it. Like sometimes I don't want to pack a punch the whole gun 4 times or 5 times just to get double tap on it, because sometimes I want to trade that gun out, but I still want a powerful gun.
Saying that you like the idea.
Yeah. Yeah, like I would like to see some perks from Black Ops 4 in the next game as well. Like Time Slip was good. Like that, I really like that perk. Victorious Tortoise. So that was a decent one. Bandolier Bandit, give you some extra ammo.
Yeah,
Which
Electric
whale,
Cherry is
Victorious
a personal
Tortoise,
favorite.
best combo.
they had some really good ideas.
Electric
Yeah.
Cherry was one of my personal favorites. I hope that makes a return.
Instead of Electric Blast.
I also said Dying Wish as well. I thought that's pretty good perk.
Second chance.
Mhm.
It's a good job.
To an extent.
Yeah, to an extent.
So let me throw out this idea. Have Juggernaut.
Lex was talking about this on Twitter.
He done a video on it as well. I like that idea that he. I think that could work really well. Where some of the Black Ops 4 act permaperks or extras when you buy the old Juggernaut for buying with.
Mm.
Winter's Wine would be Winter's Whale. Little things like
Yeah.
Well, actually, what I was thinking was that they could mix the both systems together. So, like, regular perks on the map, so like the perk machines, all that stuff. But they have like the little loadout stuff still, where like you can assign like the perma perks to each perk instead of it just like automatically being there. Um, so like how he was saying, like you can buy the perk and then you go onto the side of the perk machine, then you grab what you want.
Mm.
So like pretty much like that.
Yeah.
obviously what I want to go back to quite frank.
Yeah.
But I liked like more than
Yeah.
character. Like me personally, my favorite jingle, as much as I love the Rose Wine jazz jingle, my favorite for the longest time been Dead Shop. Because I like
Yeah,
rock
Dead Shop's good.
and I actually at one point tried to learn that on guitar. Cool perk. My least favorite is definitely Milk. That's
Yeah.
just Sorry, what's your favorite perk?
Okay. Wow. I think I have to go to Electric Cherry.
The one with no perk?
Oh, I thought you were saying what my favorite perk was. Sorry.
No.
No, my favorite perk jingle would have to be Quick Revive.
Quick Revive, okay.
Yeah.
The Revive?
Yeah.
Right, go.
I know how much Tim Hansen hates this perk, but who's who?
Yeah, I can't. I like Who's Who for the beats. Like, the beat of the jingle, but
No, Jack, I'm telling you, it was just on a bad map.
a bad map and it was executed poorly.
Bad perk for a bad
But
map.
but it can easily be reworked, like how we talked before.
I'll let you off. Like, it can, if it comes back and it's reworked in the way that we were discussing, then I would actually like the perk. But at the moment, it's kind of.
I think that I think as a perk it's good, but it could definitely be better.
Yeah. Oh, what's your favorite?
Recently, like Coda and Pizza's kind of got me on Tombstone just because I wasn't around during that time. I do like that one,
Lex.
but I think I mean, I really, really, really like Reed said, uh, Jug on Shadows. I think that's the best iteration. I think it's so good. I like
Yeah, I like Shadow's perk jingles.
it sounds way better to me
I
with
just like
that with Jug.
Shadows.
Guy who like very. I like it or download it. One of those is Jazz. You like Jazz. Having the. One of the reasons why Shadows is my favorite. Not just the perk jingles that are on there.
That whole map was perfect, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It was
even
I
the
wouldn't-
perk icon. Yeah.
I told Jack this before, but like I wouldn't even call Shadows a zombies map. It's more like it's like an art piece.
I forgot.
It was like forever ago.
Okay, alright. But yeah, no, I've always considered. Actually, I have a video. Oh, actually, features on. Talking about why Shadow a masterpiece. Oh, and I loved editing that. I love recording. I'm talking about that. I think it is. Exterior. The way the map is like, get to each location insanely quick. You could be on the other side of the map, get to that side with it. That's what.
It flows really well.
Yeah, that's it. The flow. That's it. Thanks, Mike. The flow of the map. Perfect. Where, like, maps like Voyage, Blood, I think that's kind of where they fall a little bit in flow and layout.
I think
I'll say
that
what's
blood.
annoying with Blood is if you've got Pack-a-Punch on or like open, not technically open, but you know what I mean. Not knowing where it is. Like
Exactly.
you have to run around the map and try find it.
Thank you. They should have lit it somehow to see it.
Yeah, I was telling
Scared
Jack
out.
this that I was telling Jack that it should have like the light how the mystery box does. So like the mystery box of blood, the light for that is red, and the pack a punch should be blue.
I still agree.
True.
Not giving
Right.
Pack-a-Punch, not giving players indicator Pack-a-Punches is the most stupidest idea that they.
For real. And it's
Yeah,
not like
it's
it's a small
bad.
map either, it's a huge map. So
And
you've got to run
Yeah.
from like one place to one place to one place.
In three
I think-
spots. Three spots.
It should have been. It was. I think it was something that was overlooked. It was probably they were probably knee deep in just development. And they overlooked it.
No, there's no plane. There's no like. Why mob is great because you really build the plane. And Pack-a-Punch is in one place.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't got to go from here to there. Like I don't particularly. It's but the way it reveals the Pack-a-Punch is tells you where it is. It's the same with Targ as well. It tells you where the Pack. They needed.
Yeah.
I like that feature.
That should have been. It should have been something like that. Shine on it or.
Well, but the lighthouse is used for the Easter egg for like the challenge locations.
I understand why that one isn't like the lighthouse doesn't shine on the Pack-a-Punch locations. Like I wish there was just like a little icon next to one of the Pack-a-Punch locations. That
Or like
told
how
you
in
where it was.
how in DE it has like the little board and it told you Undercroft, Death Ray, or Rocket Pad.
I'm thinking.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah, I just wish that they did something so that you could easily tell where it is.
Yeah.
Because it's annoying when you're like, you've checked 2 locations, you run to the 3rd one, and then your zombie dies. And then you go to the last location, and it's not there because it's moved. So you gotta go look for it again.
Or when you literally get to the location, you just watch it disappear.
Yeah, you see those ghosts
Right.
pop out,
Oh.
take it, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh, thanks.
exactly.
Whenever I'm
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, same.
quite frankly, don't have people trying to go to the box, for instance. Oh, here. Oh, Rory! Infant spawn! Fine. And granted, you can take the fast travel, but you. It appears and down in on the roof, for instance. Like, it's back up on the roof! Why? Why?
Why you do this?
Like, that's my.
Yeah, that's one thing in the next game. If they have movable Pack-a-Punch locations, give me an icon, give me something so I know where it is.
Yeah, no.
Please. Mm-hmm.
Right. on to the actual proper topic of what was meant to be this. So we've gone through our predictions, which there's some great ones. Now talking about what we want to see in this next. Let's start. Kyle.
Yeah, what do I want to see? Yeah, like I said before, I want to see it try to be more balanced on the classic versus new, trying to do new things. Because I mean, you can't just totally be safe. Kind of like what Spike was saying. I don't want them to be so safe and be like it's an Ether reboot, or it's exactly BO3 or whatever. You know, just try to balance it. I feel like that's what BO3 did. You know, it wasn't like totally the old way, but it was like kind of progressing. But it wasn't getting too progressing too much like BO4 did, where it kind of put off a lot of people in certain aspects. That's what I hope to see. That's the biggest thing for this game, to keep it fresh and just kind of win back, I think, more people.
Fresh and replayable.
Was that?
Fresh and replayable.
Yeah.
Seems to be the main. When as you look at BO3, especially Chronicles being on there, don't just have a variety. So many maps that you. Now look, I'm looking at
Exactly.
in like round 100 and months. That is round 101. Working on putting his hair out because of it, but working on it. But seeing that, like me, like Prestige Master level of that.
Black Ops 3, I'm like 6th prestige. Because on Black Ops 3,
save prestige.
6.
Oh, 6 prestige.
Because like on that game, I was halfway on Xbox One, halfway on PlayStation 4. So
yeah.
like I stayed at level 55 for ages because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna come back and be able to level my guns up again, you know, do all that kind of stuff. But I did in the end start prestige and on Black Ops 4. Wait, on Black Ops 4 on PlayStation 4 because that's the console that I play now. So I was like, I may as well just start doing it.
Still going. I was saying. Not replayable map, but bring, as you were saying, Carl, keep it fresh, you know. Like the daily call on the. Do get, but I just.
I feel like a lot of people didn't really like Black Ops 4 as well because it was so buggy. Like blue screen too. God, the amount of times that I saw those blue screens and just wanted to like you just take my PlayStation and just throw out the window. Just honestly. Like I could have just like yeeted it. Get crashed so many times, especially on Targ as well. Like doing the Easter egg. Getting right to the end.
Even get.
Seeing the first cutscene and then it's like error. And it's like, so you got me in the fields, you got me crying and everything, and I'm gonna be able to see the last cutscene? Thanks, game, thanks.
Oh, that takes a what happens? We black screen, boy. We made it.
Yeah, it was like perfect. All the other maps going from the beginning to that point were perfect. Nothing wrong with Xbox. Then the very last map had to be the one.
The map I had the most black. A blue screen. On was blood. 100% blood. Like,
Oh.
I never experienced them on 9, never experienced them on Voyage, never on Classic. And all of the, Bartog, Blood, trying to do the egg 3 times, black screen everything. Targ, our first attempt at doing it, black screen. It's annoying. Like, especially in the very first, the amount of blue screen, like, I'm watching the YouTube of blue screen. At that
No
point,
is my favorite.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where's
Blue
the
screen
control?
counter. Here's the counter.
Spike, what about you? What would you like to see in the next?
This is gonna be an unpopular one, but I want to see health bars again.
Nah.
Health bars to me in zombies were really helpful, and I
good.
really liked it in World War II. But I liked it most in BO4 because it showed you like the number and all that stuff.
Like seeing your health.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could get behind that one as well.
I wouldn't say that's an unpop thing.
Mm.
Granted, you're on 10 health, you are sprinting
Yeah.
for trying to get
yeah,
everything.
Mm-hmm.
I
and
can
like
get behind
compared to like the other games, and like you get hit like once, you're like, oh, I'm fine, and then all of a sudden you're like you got windmilled by a zombie, and you're like, wow, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Back up to one voice, the windmills. Ah. Have you got any others?
I want it to be the BO3 engine. I want them to do camo challenges, but also like ease it down a bit because it was
Oh,
it was super grindy for BO4, but super
Ooh.
easy for BO3.
Yeah. Yeah.
The things like boss kill.
I think they should just do headshots for like everything and just have it to be like 1,000 in general, then boom, you got gold.
But I do like
Or maybe like 500 headshots for per gun, then gold, and then when you get that category done, diamond, and then of course dark matter when you got everything done.
the headshots aren't my especially with the shot. They require you to get a certain amount of kills rather than
Yeah.
like that different. When it gets to the second, those like that's it.
Oh.
5 or 10 mini boss. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be killing up my father with the next. Yep.
Don't
I would
even get me
literally-
started on that gun. Oh my god.
I would literally
Yeah.
break that gun
Break the
over
gun.
my knee.
That and the welling. Do not.
I hated
Oh,
the
do
welling.
not.
I absolutely despise the welling.
And then they patched it so brain rot just freaking like it.
Yeah, I
doesn't
heard about that.
headshots anymore. I'm so glad I got that. I got that gun done before they patched that because I think I would have thrown myself down the stairs.
I did the
Me too.
welling. I did the welling like not too long ago, and I was doing the strategy of Dead of the Night with Dead Shot, just like training in
Okay,
a
yeah.
library.
Mm.
That was super annoying.
I've been told that is the best
Yeah.
opening pack. Is it? Someone DM'd me at Strat. Take out Mars. He DM'd
yeah.
me that. In between.
Yeah, you'll get a couple hundred.
That's perfect. That like a banga bongo. You
The most frustrating part about it though is that vampire spawn on 13 or something, 13 or 16, and that just like that kills like your meter for dead shot where you can get the extra headshot damage. Kind of zombies are not of an issue though.
I just didn't like that map.
right, Zoe. You've got
Hi.
you've got a quiet So I'm interested to have
I think I speak on behalf of everybody when I say this, but factions.
Yeah.
Jack, Jack, are you... Oh man, you made Jack look.
Team Dust Bowl.
Yeah, right. That's what
mean,
we're so hyped for.
all right,
When
Grizz.
When is factions coming to Black Ops 4, by the way?
Trey's like,
It's
what?
not. But yeah, I would actually like to see that in the next game. Especially how they had the Dark Ops calling card for factions, and then they had to put something in the place of it because you couldn't get it.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
They removed one of them though. They removed one of the Dark Ops challenges that was related to factions.
yeah. But no, honestly, in the next game, I'd like to see online pausing again.
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought that was a
That
really
was-
good.
Yes.
That
really
was
good
super
thing.
helpful. But when
Mhm.
that did first come to the game, that was super buggy. But now it's fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is another cool.
It
Mhm.
is. Yeah.
One of the best things they put in.
For real.
Doing an alpha, I can. Whatever, like, say Spikening. I just pause, and we can go off our business. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I really wished it was in black.
Me
I
too.
would have loved it in that game.
Yeah.
Would have been great.
Okay, so you've gone with amount of fact
Yeah.
server
Just call me Grizz.
from Grizz.
I really liked the elixir system. Like, I liked how they were always on the screen and you picked the one you wanted, and not like I liked Gobblegums, but I didn't like having to run to the machine and only having like not knowing which one I was gonna get. But like I really liked how there was one for each of the arrows on the D-pad that you could choose. It's like if you need an ABH, just press the button and you're good to go. Like if you
I
have
think-
a bubblegum and you didn't actually have that one on you, you can use it. So
I want to
really
mention
liked
something
the
real
elixir
quick about
system.
that. I think a better UI for that was like to make the icon smaller and not have it as like not in the format of the D-pad, but like they're all next to each other horizontally, like above like the weapon, like above the weapon icon on your screen, and
Like-
that it would just
like-
like show which one is associated to which direction on the D-pad.
Playing like PC.
Yeah, pretty much, but like smaller.
Yeah, I hated how much screen was taken up by icons just on Black Ops 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't. To me, it didn't bother me so much.
Like you do get used to it, but like
Yeah.
first seeing it, you kind of like, oh, what is this on my screen?
Yeah, it's kind of.
You don't need to see the
it's-
weapon.
It's kind of fugly.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'll agree. Oh, it's
Definitely.
literally don't need to see it. I have the gun. So
But
just-
sometimes you forget what the gun is. Like I know sometimes I look at guns and I'm like, what gun is this?
So you have the name. There's, like
Oh, I know,
Black
but I
Ops
still forget it.
name on the heart. Don't need.
No, that's true.
What was the point? What's that gonna do for blind? I'm gonna hit them. Like, what's that picture gonna? Oh, okay.
Well,
Gone.
I mean, Jack, who's gonna be playing zombies if they're blind? As you were saying.
That'd be talented. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
great
For a
up
great
talent.
For
Oh my
real.
god, actually, that reminds me. There's someone that actually plays zombies that they're blind. I just remembered that.
Really?
Yeah. He has like a world record or something on like 5, I think.
On 5?
I need a I saw that so long ago. I need to find it.
To me, that's the hardest BO1 map to me.
Oh, it's not.
Honestly.
Mind you, though.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's
Anyways,
But yeah, I think we were supposed to get them this game as like a DLC 5, but I would like to see remasters of Victus maps. Die Rise, not so much. Really hate that map. Transit, a map so ahead of its time. I'm like looking forward to a remaster of that just because I want to see what it's like. On Black Ops 2, I hated Transit just because like the fog, the lava, the denizens, like all of that. But in the next game, I'm hoping there isn't quite so much lava or fog, and not as much face fucking.
I propose an idea. I think it. I'm saying I want. I but trans. Get before the missiles, even the lava, and you are able to board the bus. Pack a punch system is completely so it's solo friendly. Jet gun there as a little knocked around totem, taken out of the spot it doesn't belong in, and thrown into the trap.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, I like that.
Amazing with that jazzy of that. The buses and one of those could be the transit bus.
yeah.
I want my boy Ted back. I want my boy Ted back.
Yes.
Is the bus driver? Bus driver Ted. But I mean, how amazing would that?
That would be great, honestly.
That's what I want.
If they were able to do something like that, then I believe that Transit could actually make the biggest comeback of the century.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is in terms of a track? I'm gonna remark. Logged in game. Change the
Please.
pack-a-punch system slightly so it eats solo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how. Put down the turbine, run through the peaks, finally get there, then open. I gotta go all the way back down.
I think for solo, what they should have done is that instead of like you needing to put the turbine at the power location, just put the turbine in front of the door where it opens, and then it'll open, and then you can go in.
That would have been so much better for solo, honestly.
Yeah,
Transit solo.
Transit sucks.
absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I know transit sucks. He's right. I actually co-op with 4 people. I have more of a laugh on transit than what. I just kick someone off the bus and we just like bye, have a great
Transit
time.
is nostalgic. I remember coming home from school and just playing it and just like, knife and Ted, EMP and Ted, and just like just
Poor-
stopping
poor
and
guy.
just getting thrown off the bus.
Poor
Like
guy.
that for me, that map is just nostalgic. It's not good, it's nostalgic.
I agree.
That's town for me.
I think one thing that they should do is bring back the idea that Jimmy had for Transit was have the idea that if you didn't do the moon Easter egg, Transit would be completely normal, no fog, no lava, no nothing like that. But if you did do the moon Easter egg, it would have like all that fog and lava and stuff like that. But if they had it where it's a bit smaller, if you did like the moon Easter egg, have it smaller, less fog, no denizens, obviously.
Or if you did do the moon Easter egg, have two options. So you could have like a normal version that people who didn't do the Easter
Yeah.
egg saw, and then the version if you did do the Easter egg.
I'd say
So like,
Cool.
if you just picked up the game like the first time ever, like you didn't do anything, you didn't play any of the other games, the trends would be normal. But if you did do that Easter egg, you have the option to choose between the two.
Mhm.
maybe
I would like that.
after you hold hold X to detonate, hold Y to.
I think
Yeah.
it would be cool to have like two versions of it.
Yeah, this how Jimmy wanted. This how Jimmy wanted.
I mean, that could have.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Truly was a map ahead of its time though, honestly.
It absolutely was.
And that map probably best design of BO2, and then you look at it chronicles. Had they
Yeah,
the hardware?
both both of those maps are ahead of its time.
Those are the two.
Yeah.
But do you have others?
I just had one that said show some love to the Chaos Crew because they left him on the cliffhanger. But we were speaking about that earlier. We wouldn't know how or like where to take that because obviously Bruno and Shaw they're just not your people anymore.
Our guys are hypnotized by Houdini.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, you'd have to find two other people to replace them.
Hmm.
So I honestly don't know how they would go about doing that, but if they do pick up the Chaos storyline, please let Scarlet don't have as many daddy issues. It was so annoying just hearing her ramble on about dad this, daddy this. Where's my father?
Yeah.
You know, all of that. Or at least have like a few of the voice lines. Don't have them play so much. Like Misty in Targ, where she would, or like all of the characters would just go on the ice and then they just shiver all over the place.
Oh my God, Missy was horrible on launch for that.
Oh yeah.
Like it's fine having a little bit, but not all the time. Yeah, I'm yeah, that's me. I'm good.
But first choice on no specialist Black Ops 3. For those map, I want them to they've ever made. Once you can unlocks a second map that's slightly smaller, but section of it. But in order to have to and
Like how BO1 did it.
yeah, kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
Then they bring in bonus much smaller, something like Groston House,
Hmm.
pure survival map, storyline elements in it whatsoever. That's what I on launch this I want one fully fledged story map. I want a map that's between, so it's got storyline element but has survival game.
And you're saying like the map would unlock after you've done the Easter egg on the first map. See, I like that, but for people who aren't Easter egg driven, they would only just be able to play the one map. I know, but still, like, I know my older friends that I used to play games with, they were never Easter egg people. They would be on the map just for survival. Like, I'd ask them, I'd be like, hey, do you want to do this Easter egg with me? And they'd be like, no, we don't. And I'm like, okay.
Or we just do it how like
so-
BO1 did it. Just complete the campaign and it unlocks 5.
So, like, it would be cool if you did the Easter egg on the first map, but the second map is already there, but just survival is there. So once you've done the Easter egg on the first map, you can go on to the second one and that Easter egg will be unlocked. Because, like, from a streamer's point of view, there's nothing more annoying when you're focusing on one Easter egg, and then somebody comes into your chat and they're like, say you were doing Blood of the Dead, for example, and somebody's already done 9. They come into the chat and they'd be like, oh yeah, 9's been solved, and then they tell you everything about it, and it's like, okay, cool, I've only been focusing on Blood of the Dead.
That's
So
exactly what they
spoiled
should have
that.
done for BO4.
Yeah.
And for the non-Easter egg players, let me tweak it. 2 maps that have, but they do a BO4 type situation. Lock the point, click unlock. Half is going to be focusing on that map,
Yeah.
first map, and then they survival bonus. That thing of everyone just kind of charges like a,
Yeah.
that was great. I started my note. But they had locked it up until
Yeah.
unlock it. See who can solve it. Who solves it the quickest.
Then it'll actually be a real race.
Yeah, for real.
Instead of it being like, okay, who on PS4 can get it first done, and then Xbox is just like, just sitting there, bystanders, just watching everything.
Yeah, I remember when I was streaming Ancient Evil, like doing the Easter egg for that. I think we got up to like the second to last step. No, it was on the last step, I think. And people were like, "Oh, this map has been out for what, like, I don't know, 16 hours or something like that. I don't know." And we don't get it until next week. And you guys have almost already solved the Easter egg, so we don't have a chance to look for it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I do understand that. It is.
But I'm hoping. Oh, which to my next thing I want to see cross play on
Yes.
zombies.
Absolutely.
I want to play with my PS on zombies. I have so many people on.
Yeah.
I want 100% want it, kind of similar to
Yeah.
type. They
That'd be great.
thing I hate I'm on a record being ideas.
But that's survival.
Yeah, but that's one mode, but it's slapping Xbox. Haha, you don't get this until October 2020.
Yeah, like me and my brother, we always used to play like Special Ops modes on the Modern Warfare games together, but now we don't live in the same house. Like, he has an Xbox and I have a PlayStation, so we can't play together. And I know he really likes special modes, so we can't play together because of that exclusive deal.
Well,
Yeah.
granted, 30 days obviously
Yeah.
by the point of when the 30 days ended, we were kind of then they brought in 7 days, which I have to do 7 days.
That's the way to go for sure.
7 days
Yeah.
is not a long
Absolutely.
before, like, for example, you're Destiny, you know, before you know it, it's fine. Bang, you've actually got them. Out of all the gave the console who signed the deal, still gives them their part of, they get it early, but we don't have to actually of that. I think that was perfect. But exclusivity for
I know.
that was the big. As soon as like Charlie Intel was see, not only the rage of Xbox and hey, well, thanks for that, but I actually saw PlayStation players feeling sorry for Xbox and because we have to wait.
Oh, I 100% feel sorry.
Was
For
bringing them
everyone
over
that's
to
not-
our side, and
It's-
I was just like, "Biggity,
It's
PlayStation's gonna
absolutely
lose."
bogus.
Like, they announced Special Ops mode, and you guys are just like, yeah. I have seen my viewership go down because people were there to see zombies, and most of my following is from zombies. It's not from Resident Evil or The Walking Dead. So, like, I've got to try and branch out when there's no zombie content coming out. So it's like it's kind of sad to like see like all my stats going down because I'm not streaming these games, and I don't want to get burnt out from playing these games. So like I am like going into other games, not just sticking with Black Ops Zombies. But like it is nice having time off of zombies and then going back to it.
Yeah.
But it does affect viewership and that. But yeah.
Yeah.
How's that been affecting?
It's kind of weird right now because like I don't really get that many like viewers come in during the whole quarantine thing. I thought like at this point I would have had more people come in. And it's kind of weird like with Mixer, like I mean I'll have like you know that week of vacation I was off when you, Anna, and Ben hosted me. That day I gained like 10 to 11 followers in like one day in one stream. So it's kind of like ups and downs. And I've like, you know, put on my description like I'm primarily a zombies guy, but I will play other stuff that I find interesting and hopefully they'll find interesting. But like jumping between like Far Cry 3, Doom 2016, ultimately Doom Eternal, you know, just other games. I think that does it because even I just the other day was like sitting on Black Ops 3 streaming and like and jumping from like BO like War to BO1 to BO2 and to BO3. But I got to a point I was like, I don't know, like I'm just not feeling like playing it right now. Like I
Yeah.
almost got to the point of just feel burnt out. I just wanted to play something different.
Yeah, sure.
So
And it's like
yeah, it helps.
viewers can only take like so much of you doing the same thing. Like I was at a point where I was just streaming like trying to get camos. So I was just doing the same thing. Like I was just buying ammo off the wall, sitting in a corner, buying ammo off the wall, sitting in a corner. And it's like I don't want to do that like every stream. I want to like branch out and do something. Yeah, like somebody doing that is JC. Like he has gone from like zombies and now he's just like playing whatever the heck he wants, and he's doing so good. Like I saw him tweet, I think it was last night, that he's got the most subscribers he's had on Twitch since, well, since I guess he left Zombies.
Yep.
So,
Granted, it might. Sweet. What of the owning around to Twitch? Fixing it. Known for long.
oh, for
Right.
real.
That round 1151 probably won.
I think it might actually be his most popular.
But you look at how much
Yeah.
he's branched, doing things like the Minecraft, like GTA.
Yeah.
Those different. Well, branching out. Oh, maybe maybe. That's exactly what I did after
Hmm.
doing quite a few. But that's because, like, all these different, like you,
Yeah.
but you.
Yeah. Mm.
That's what this. I can see back. Well, the vast majority. I can pretend. It's what MC.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of. Not 2020.
Or 2021.
Check.
Let's keep.
Yeah.
That's what we want replayable map. We want Black Ops 3 style maps with back to the whether it be specialist.
Mm. Yeah, like Black Ops 4, the problem with me is that I would replay like the same 3 maps, because I didn't like the others. Like, I don't like playing Voyage. I don't like playing 9. Like, I'll only play that if I have to do the camo challenges. I despise Dead of the Night. Like, I I just did not think that was a fun map. I liked Blood of the Dead. That one had replayability factor for me. Like, not the Easter egg, but the map itself. Like, I like that map. Ancient Evil, that was a great map. I thought that was so fun. I don't know if it's just because it's like the first Easter egg map that I've like fully like hunted on, because I've never had a team before. But that was
Mm.
I just love that map. Alpha Omega, I've maybe played that map like 4 times. It just doesn't appeal to me. Targ, that's a good map. I like that map. But like, there's only like 3 maps out of like, oh, I forgot Classified, sorry. Yeah, Classified, didn't touch that one hardly. But no, there's like 3 maps out of like 8 or 9. I can't. 8. There's like, yeah, 3 out of 8. It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Maps. Those would be my. But now, still love the map. Like my ARG, massive support. I'm not a fan of Call of the Dead because ARG because ARG completely changed. When I first played that map, being like a high one, I was ability to zip. I had more fun on that map in those high rounds when I did play any of the other maps. Actually, it brought back all
Yeah.
of the bosses are not an issue. Alpha Omega, I have a problem with the bosses. Dead of the Night, I have a problem with the boss. I have a problem with the boss. ARG actually balanced the boss. Main guys are there for a reason. Really, the only one. For a Crow, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's just kind of. That's to narrow it down to.
Oh, I just want to say, like, on the Chaos maps, I feel like they just had way too much, like, mini bosses and stuff like that. There were, like, Catalysts, there were Stokers, there were Blightfathers, there were, like, everything else. Like, Ancient Evil had the Skeletons, the Gainese guy, the Catalyst zombies, the Blightfathers. Like, there were 4 different things you had to look out for. Like, I think that was, like, way too much.
Dead of the Night. Classic cat. Vampire. Nosferatu. Werewolf.
Yeah, there was just way too much stuff to look out for.
Fine. Gladiator. Lightfire. Catalyst. Tigers.
Oh, tigers! I forgot about the tigers. Yeah, but no, what I really liked about Blood is that you had Brutus and dogs.
That's it.
That's it.
True.
Granted,
Dogs aren't supposed to be on that map. Like, they still get stuck on the stairs now. They just weren't created for that map.
Day One Dogs.
Yeah.
Can we just remember that? Day One Dogs.
Stop. Like,
Day
literally
One
sat
Tigers.
there- just sat there and you just get like one hit by this thing. You're like, okay, there goes my
They
run.
were
It's out the window.
they were also like super fast. Like they were Usain
Yeah.
Bolt level.
They were.
Got your ass beat
Yeah.
more times in Blood. Bad they were.
It was atrocious. And then when they nerfed their when they nerfed their speed, their hitbox when they spawned in was broken. So like they fixed the problem, but also brung in a new problem.
Yeah. No.
I think that if BO4 launched in November, it would have been better.
100%, yeah. They would have had a little bit more
They-
time to just focus on little things just like that.
They absolutely needed that extra month.
Yep.
Hmm.
Beat Red Dead. I love a
Yeah.
good update, Jack.
A part of me still thinks that Activision's gonna tell Treyarch to release their next game in October still, even with everything that's going on in the world. Just because they want to get that
Yeah.
money for quarter 3 or whatever quarter it is.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking.
I really hope it's November, not
I
October. if
really
it
do
does have to
too.
come out this year. I really hope it's November instead of October.
They need all the time they can get, especially with how strict Activision is.
Hmm. Well,
We're close to some sort of teaser. What we
March
did.
last year was when they was it March last year or was it February? It's either late March or no, late
It
February or
was
early March when
late. I
they
think it was
announced
March.
Modern Warfare. So I'm thinking if it
think.
was an October release, they probably would have announced it by now, but maybe because it might be a November release, maybe they're holding off on it a little bit. Like it might be within like the next couple of weeks or something. I don't.
Yeah, we gotta be close.
Yeah.
It's practically any day now, really.
For real.
Real?
But like
For
I've
real.
been thinking it's been any day now since like
For real.
late February.
Right, so Black Ops 4, the official name.
That was so early.
17.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it used to be, no? Before they started doing
Yeah.
October releases.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they went to a November release. Because I feel like they really did need that extra month even before everything happened.
Yeah.
Because like Sledgehammer was like, we're not doing this game anymore.
Yeah.
So,
It just blows my mind that Raven and Sledgehammer just could not work together.
I know.
That's so wild to me.
Okay, so April 26th was official reveal.
Okay. So if history repeats itself, then definitely later this month.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't know until.
Mm.
Here's something I want to mention. Um, so Blackout. We all know what happened with that. All the stuff that happened. That wasn't Blackout wasn't planned from the start. We know that. Blackout was made 7 months before the beta came out for Blackout. Now, for how amazing Blackout was for the beta, that was insane for Treyarch. That was nuts. But for them to basically do the exact same thing, but for an entire game, I don't know.
Stink. Seven. What they were. But
Absolutely.
had all the operations to come in, then we had the release of Alcatraz.
Loved that mood. It was.
I think they hit a home run with Blackout, even with how little development time, I would say, according to them, would be with just 7 months. That's quite the home run, in my opinion.
Was I?
Yeah.
No.
Not yet.
Oh, is that?
Hmm. They both have their pros and cons. but I feel like I do prefer Warzone. Yeah.
But I will give. Same problem with most multi. I cannot see
That's true, yeah.
Blackout. I could be. You'll see them.
Hmm.
Get the jump. So clear. But Modern Warfare. It won't know. Oh, that was great.
I feel like, to be fair, well, to be honest, with Warzone, I do play a lot more campier than I do in Blackout.
That's my problem with the
In
entire game of
in
itself.
Warzone, yeah, I am. When playing solos, that is, because I don't know, I feel like it's hard to play because I'm trash. But what I will say that I do like is the Gulag, the extra chance.
Yeah, I'll.
Yeah.
I have actually been.
It is a nice touch. Although some of the guns are buggy in the Gulag, but I still do like the extra chance that they give you.
Fight for your.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mostly. But not opposite.
Oh, Alcatraz beats both Warzone and Blackout. I loved that mode, and when they took it away, I was distraught.
We've got
Because
it, haven't they?
like they took it away for a little bit, like after it was
Oh, yes, yeah.
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 But yeah, when they took that away, I was like, where'd it go? Because like I love that mode. Like to be honest, I'm just like an Alcatraz nerd in general. So when I saw like Mob was a map, I was like, oh my god, like what the crap? And then obviously Blood being Alcatraz again, and then Blackout Alcatraz. I was like, you're killing me here, Treyarch.
After. Granted, at the time. But you know,
Yeah.
and I said something. But it was a prick. Like. Wizard. Absolutely wizard, Tom.
You're like, this camera on me?
Like, what? My prayer?
Treyarch, are you listening?
When Jason Blondell. Oh, no, I'm in heaven.
Like
Oh,
that
no.
whole map though was just great. Like the round change music, the characters. Oh,
Oh yeah.
chef's kiss to those guys. Okay. My favorite actor is Ray Liotta. So when I saw that he was playing Billy, I was like, this map is perfect. And then Michael Madsen as freaking Finn. Like I was losing my mind. Like that map was just perfect, honestly. If I could get just a remaster of that whole map.
Yeah,
Like
really.
characters and all.
That'd be
I'm like,
I'll-
pee my pants.
For mobster, my favorite is probably not active.
We see Weasel is a good character, but he's just very annoying.
Okay, yeah, I can see. His design.
Yeah. Mm.
I don't actually favorites. Ultimus Nicola, Hero Blackstone. Have a lot of top characters. Like I'm. Backstory.
I can. Mine's Billy Handsome.
Same.
And I tell people that, and they're just like, "Oh, so it's not like Dempsey? It's not Richtofen?" Like Dempsey and Richtofen, very close, like second and third spots. But Billy Handsome, I think it does have a factor that Ray Liotta does voice him, and he is my favorite actor. But I love the whole character of Billy, like from his look to the way he acts to the way he talks. Like he's perfect for that map. Mm-hmm.
Especially in the cutscene.
Yeah.
I just love it.
One of the, if not the best music Treyarch's ever
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
person.
I remember, like, I was watching it, like, when it was released, I was watching it, and, like, I was just sat there, like, oh my god.
It was jaw dropping.
Be close, but there are. Where are we going? That ends.
Yeah.
But, like, the whole, like, everything about that map, though, was just, the song fits so perfect, from, like, how, the lighting, and the music, like, the way the zombies were dressed, like, prison guards and prisoners. I
Got the guards
couldn't
and
think of the word.
guards in prison.
Yeah, and then obviously with Brutus as well, just I thought like everything about that map was great, except from the Easter egg. I'm talking about Blood here, not Mob, but
Yeah.
still the
I
same
say, if you
form.
have a problem
Still,
with Mob's Easter egg, we're gonna have
still the
problems here.
still the same for Mob, but I like the Easter egg on that one.
Show him as a what it is. No, it's awesome.
I like him better on Blood.
Yeah, and the fact that you've got like ones where I can't remember on Mob, do 4 of them spawn in the same time in one round, or is that
On the
just a
bridge.
thing on? Yeah,
Yeah, on the
but
bridge.
it's not actually when you're in the prison.
But in prison,
Yeah, I think I like that method more than what's actually in Blood, where it's like 4 of them spawn at the same time.
it's even worse when you're. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's one thing on Blood. I like that if you're in the gondola, like at the top, they don't spawn. Like you hear them spawn in, but they don't
Yeah.
actually come to you.
Problem is when you go out on
When you do
history,
go out,
you end up with like 5 or 6 of them.
it's like, oh, I'm really screwed here.
The thing is, I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
Depending on the gondola in Mob, does he spawn?
I think he does. Yeah, because there's. Oh wait, is it?
I have to play Mob to find out.
Wait, is it Mob where you do the? I can't remember if it's Mob or Blood where you get the achievement for doing the gondola ride with.
Blood.
Blood.
Okay, yeah. Then I can't
Blood.
remember Mob. I haven't played that map in a while. Like it is my favorite.
I
But
need to
I
go
haven't played it
back
in a while.
to that. Need to have a reunion with that map at some point.
See, the
That's
only
so-
thing, like the thing that sucks about playing PlayStation is that I don't have a PlayStation 3, and I also don't use my Xbox One anymore. Like it's literally in its box in my closet. So
But you
I
gotta
can't
get it
play.
out. Come and play with us.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's like $5.99 or $6.99 a month for gold. But yeah, I just can't play Black Ops 1 or 2 because they're not backwards compat with PlayStation.
But they are on Xbox.
But they are on Xbox, but
Honestly,
I don't want to set it all up just to play it all again. So.
oh, I understand that. I mean, the problem is though, I really want you to though. Then have games. Those old maps. Be great. Obviously, I'm not gonna afford.
You can
Don't want to get it.
you
out.
can literally play everything on one console
Yeah, it's great.
That's true, yeah.
instead of needing to set up another console because it's not backwards compatible. On Xbox, it has like so many games that are backwards compatible, and even with like Xbox Game Pass, that's 200 games for like
Yeah.
$10 a month, or even $1, especially with the deals.
Black Ops 2 game. Or
I remember that.
since the first announced backwards compatible was that Black Ops 2 shot up there,
Yeah,
right
that's
to the
because
top.
Zombies was great, and so was the
Multiplayer.
multiplayer. It was like I loved it. Like the only thing I hated though is that they made it backwards compat, and then Activision stopped supporting it. And I remember I was streaming, and some guy decided to like not hack my account, but like mod my account
Oh,
whilst I was in a zombies game. And so it took me out of the game to the main menu, and it said that the servers weren't online or something, and then
Yeah.
but they actually were, but it was just because he was messing with my account.
yeah.
And then
The bad thing with BO2 is that the reason why that happened is that shortly after it became backwards compatible, someone made a mod tool where you can literally access anyone's account without signing them, but not even signing into their account.
but like yeah, with I remember I was playing multiplayer because like I really liked League play and all that stuff. This guy had screwed in my account, so like he got me all diamond guns, and I went off and I was like, why, just why? Like, if I want diamond guns, I'll get them myself. I don't want to look like that I have glitched the game. I don't want to look like I am like a hacker or modding
Yeah.
my stuff.
They
And then like that angered him, and then he decided to mess with it even more. So even when I try to go on barracks to refresh my account, it freezes the game and I have to close it.
Yeah, they can
So
do that too.
I can't play that
They
game
could do so
anymore.
much. They could do so much now with BO2. It's absolutely horrendous.
Like I remember I asked Activision, I was like, can you please help me out? This guy like modded / hacked my account, and like I can't reset my stats. I don't want to look like I'm hacking the game or modding the game because that's not the type of person I am.
Mhm.
And they were like, sorry, we don't support this game anymore. And I was like, but you just made it backwards compatible. Why would you make a game backwards compatible and then not support it?
It absolutely sucks because like BO2, it's such a good game. It's an all around really good game, but it's just Kyle. At this point, modders own BO2. It's practically unplayable.
Yeah, I haven't played the game in such a long time. But I kind of hope that the next game kind of has that multiplayer, because I had a blast on that game. And I haven't loved, well, I say I haven't loved, but I really did like Ghosts Online. I haven't loved a multiplayer like that since then.
Me too.
Like Black Ops 3 was fun, but
Absolutely.
it wasn't Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3 or Ghosts.
a balanced mod.
Mm-hmm.
You could
The
be
best maps too.
you could have an AN-94
Oh, yeah.
and you could be in a fight with someone, and it's the
Yeah.
only balanced mod. Zombies was bar a couple of zombies was
It was.
compatible. Great. Granted, it was the most requested game to become backwards. But nowadays, you try and play multiplayer on that game, it's completely unplayable.
No,
Like-
I remember like I was playing like I was a fan of like Optic Gaming and all that stuff. So like I would go in and like play like lead play and stuff like that. And you know, I'd watch their videos and like I'd be like, oh yes, I gotta go here and I gotta go here. These are good places for like
Yeah.
search and destroy. And I remember like after the game came backwards compatible, I looked in the sky and somebody had placed like titties in the sky, and I was like, what the crap is this? And I was like, this game is just like hacked to craps. Like when I
Yeah.
was playing Black Ops 2, like back when it came out, World at War used to be like that. World at War was the hacked game, and now Black Ops 2 is the hacked game.
That's Black Ops 1.
And Black Ops 1, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I like Black Ops 2 is the most balanced multiplayer. Black Ops 1, I feel, had some of the best multiplayer. Like,
BO1 had really good maps.
during all of the remakes, Nuketown in BO1 is the. So I spent combat training. Felt fresh and
See, Black Ops 1 and 2, Nuketowns, I liked both of those, but when it hit the third one, I was kind of like,
you're milking it a bit.
Yeah, and then when it was on Black
It's-
Ops 4, I was like, oh, come on now.
I did like the aesthetic for Black Ops 4 Nuketown though.
I did
I like
that.
I like the snow and it being in Russia.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know what it is. There's something about a map that I really enjoy.
Yeah, it's really good. Except it like remember when Redwood Snow came out?
Yeah.
For BO3. That it looked so much better than it did regularly.
Now it gives it a nice.
It does.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a mod.
They should. They need to make more snow maps, no matter what it is. Like snow missions and campaigns, snow missions and multiplayer, or even snow zombie maps.
Oh, I just wanna
Anything
say,
snow.
like, this isn't to do with like the next COD, but like but it is about Modern Warfare 2. Like my favorite mission on that is Cliffhanger in the snow with Soap. It's
Yeah.
just snow.
Is that the
Snow
one
is
where
great.
you're on the
And contingency.
snowmobiles?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
See that one and contingency, both snow maps, I loved.
Yeah, like
And DE's got snow. I like that
got
map.
snow. Giants got
The
snow.
thing
Yeah.
the thing is with Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4, COD 4 was like it was like this military simulator shooter. And then Modern Warfare 2, action movie.
Aim down the sights.
It was
Aim
it
down your
was such a
sights.
huge jump. It was such a huge jump.
Such a good game.
And I-
Yeah.
Black Ops 1. Raid, I think it is. And Array.
Yeah, Grid,
Oh, Array was a good
Array,
map.
Summit.
Summit as well. Yeah, they're all snow maps.
They already do.
I'm like a kid. I'm like that at the window.
I literally never see snow because of how south I am. Like literally never see it. But when I do see it, I'm just like, I'm like a little
Yep.
kid.
We get it extremely. But problem is go into an app.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically what we're trying to say, Treyarch, is give us another snowy zombie map.
A snow map. Thank you.
Snow map, please. Please.
Oh, and the giant. We forgot to mention giant.
Hmm.
No, we did say the giant.
Oh, I guess I didn't hear it. I didn't hear anybody say it.
What's
Origins, when there's the snow part as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That it.
I think it is, yeah.
Mount Hog. Even though it's not snowing, it does have.
Yeah.
Tug.
And Call the Dead.
Call the Dead.
Yeah. You can
Actually, here's something I was thinking. What if like Go Hard Recovery but with snow? Like it deep snow, like it's like a blizzard.
As long as I can see, I'm fine.
Well, yeah, just like no fog, but like there's a
No
lot of
problem.
snow.
I'll picture that.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. Especially with it being on Mars as well, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking. I'm trying to think of like mob with snow, but then I'm like, it's in California. San Francisco doesn't.
Look at.
California practically lives on the sun.
Yeah, you can't really just one snow cloud over Alcatraz Island.
Yeah.
Which other maps would be good?
Thing with snow.
Ascension?
I could see that.
Verruct.
Oh, transit snow.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. I like that idea.
So much better.
I really like that idea. They could keep the fog, but like more clear though.
Maybe have like a driving.
Yeah.
Have a little windscreen wiper on the
Oh,
bus.
that'd be nice. I like that.
Yeah.
And you've got to turn them on again.
I'm trying to think of what other maps would be good with snow. I feel like
I don't
that
know.
has to be swampy.
Yeah, especially with like in that area, it's like swampy and like gonna be really humid and all that. Probably really hot.
Kino wouldn't work.
No, I feel like Verrut could work just for like there's some parts of the roof that are like caved in, so like there'd be
I
like
was
snow
thinking
inside and
Verrut
then like
as
the
well.
outside.
Yeah.
Mm.
The fountain would look pretty cool covered in snow.
I was
That's what I
thinking
was gonna say.
shadows, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the way I'm
I've
picturing like the main center part, I'm just like, I'm not really feeling it.
that's stretching it.
Mm.
That's really stretching it.
That's why wouldn't.
Cause no.
Mm.
Cause here, let's think about it. Cause like there's like how you said about shadows. Shadows has like that warm feel. Like you know how like you play a map and you can feel the atmosphere and like you can like basically tell what temperature it would be. I wouldn't feel that for shadows whatsoever to have snow.
No.
I feel like it'd be like way too hot.
Mm. I was gonna say Revelations, but then it's already got the snowy part on Origins, and then you've got
Yeah.
Shang in one part. So
Right, hear me out here. Even though
And it's
even though
like in the ether.
kind of partly done. What about Alpha Omega?
no, because I think of it being in Nevada.
Yeah, it's in Nevada.
Yeah. Basically, just
Yeah,
give us
that-
another snowy map, please, Treyarch.
Yeah, just please.
There's more
Please.
snow. We're asking for. No, we don't ask for much in life.
And then please give me the satisfying crunch sound when I'm walking.
Oh my god.
Love that.
Well, considering this not.
What
Mm,
what if
love it.
What if they do a DLC pack where they remaster a few maps that would work with snow, and they call it like just something like a funny icy pun? They would call it like I don't know. They give it like some name, and then it's just like a map pack with a bunch of like zombie maps that are remastered with snow on it.
Yeah.
rather than just. Oh, wait.
Tag, Call of the Dead, The Giant,
DE.
Origins, DE.
Oh, I keep.
Is it just 5?
Yeah,
That's
that's
5.
5 maps.
5 maps out of how many?
A lot.
Like 30 something, maybe.
Oh, I suppose if you think that, like, in the Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Ops 3 is like the main hub for like a bunch of zombie maps. You can literally play like War at War, BO1, a little bit of BO2 and BO3 in it.
Chronicles.
Absolutely.
But the thing with Chronicles is that we had never.
Yeah.
We had been asking. Black Ops 5 finally got it, and it came in the form that was best-selling DLC on the PlayStation Store.
Mm.
I'm glad for Moon that they changed the color palette except from gray, more gray.
Moon is the best looking
Absolutely.
I would say Moon or Shang.
That too.
I'll agree with Shang because Shang they've made Shang more brighter.
Yeah.
Made it more
It's more vibrant.
Moon. The issue I had with Moon one was, as you said, Spike. Gray is just a great look at Moon.
It's like, wow, my favorite color is gray.
I actually feel like I'm playing on the.
Yeah.
What about the Biodome?
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful.
That's a remaster only trailer.
Absolutely.
Like that was just beauty. Biodome.
And revamping some of the rooms by a double tap.
The labs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the labs.
Yeah, the
That's
labs.
it.
Actually feel rather than the grey blob.
And then having Space Dog.
I want to say as well, although it's not as good as Shang or Moon, the Kino remaster was pretty good.
The starting room.
I actually enjoyed
felt
playing
I felt
Kino.
like Kino was just a little like dim on Black Ops 1, and then seeing it on Black Ops 3 in Zombie Chronicles, like especially when you get into the stage part, I thought that just looked pretty good.
Golden statues.
I was actually like excited to play Kino in Zombie Chronicles because Jack knows that I don't like Kino personally, but I was actually excited to play it with the Zombie Chronicles.
That map. No, was
Yeah.
high rounds on. Hey Derek, a bit of Kino. Oh, you know I love me a bit of Kino. It's like
Mine was Kino and Ascension with me and my friends.
Ascension. I love Ascension, but the monkeys are.
They are, but if you've got 4 players, it's not as bad. If you're doing it solo, then you've got to protect Jug, you got to protect Speed Cola, you've got to protect like double tap or stamina up, whichever the one is over by the lander B is, or whatever lander you call it.
Especially if you pop Perka on the Zombie
There you go.
Chronicles one.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to save the perks, and again solo quick revive.
Yeah.
You're like, I've got to
Yeah.
protect all of these perks. Just
I want to do hard. They literally quick revive Juggernaut. Double tap from the
Double tap
and
and
I
Widow's Wine.
stamina up as well. Well,
Hmm.
And what I'll do is I'll create power, the thunder gun. I don't have to turn power on. You literally just train.
Yep,
Let the monkeys take.
That's a good
go
idea.
back, fight,
that's what I would do.
and then strat. Power the other 5. Put a bit of dead wire on.
Yeah.
What I did was just like playing solo. I would get quick revive, obviously because solo, jug and speed killer, and because all those 3 perks are like within close distance to each other, like I could kill the monkey before they took it. So, but like anything over the other side of the map, I was just like, you know what, I'm not even
Just
gonna pick
take
you
it.
up.
Take it.
Or then like if we're playing Black Ops 3, I'd always try and get dead shot.
Wait, Deadshot's in the wonderful.
Deadshot.
Yeah, because I knew they
Oh.
could take it. No.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I always.
That's so weird to me, honestly.
I think it's because they. Coming up and
Oh god bless
Oh,
PhD.
yeah.
I missed that perk. Like
That's
actual flopper, not slider.
belly.
Yeah.
I miss dolphin diving.
Take it in. I'm running. Oh, Colby and just belly full.
Like I remember the first time picking it up, I was like, oh, I wonder what this does. And I remember like dolphin diving, and I was like, what the crap did I just do? I was
I'm a
literally
rocket
like,
launcher.
what incarnation is this? Oh, do you know what I really hope makes an appearance in the next COD? Grief mode.
Or just
Loved
I
me
think
a
they
bit of
should.
cell block grief. Loved it.
Oh yeah. The Cell block grief was probably the best like fun I had in grief ever.
Like I really
I
loved it.
I really hope they bring more modes. Like remember that one in BO2 was supposed to be like a race with zombies and you were like it was similar to grief. I hope we get to see that.
One that was cut.
Yeah, there
Oh,
was many
yeah.
that were cut, but that one had concept art that were in game files.
But I just hope they kind of bring a couple modes back like that. Like gauntlets are fun, but gauntlets are kind of tedious at the same time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're doing the same thing every game, whereas with grief, like you kind of are doing the same thing, but it's different because you're up against different players, so they're not going to play
Yeah.
the same. Yeah, like try and knife him off the edge.
Get the kid down the mic like, leave me alone.
But what wasn't fun was when you'd be the only one left on the team because the player
God,
and
yeah.
the guest would rage quit, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
okay, I'm here by myself. It's 1v4. This is fair.
There was one moment where I was playing grief and the entire team went down. I had a horde of zombies behind me and I was training in the warden's office. I've never clenched my butt cheeks so hard before because I was pulling the clutches. Like I was jumping around like a bunny. I wasn't even just running. I was jumping.
It works though.
Obviously, Juggernaut wasn't in there.
That was, I think there was Deadshot.
I can tell you
Speed
it was like in the first, right?
And
PhD.
Speed Cola,
PhD.
Speed Cola, double tap, headshot.
Oh, Electro Cherry, of course.
Wait,
yeah.
was that in grief?
I'm pretty sure it was. No, it wasn't.
Wasn't it? That's 5 per. Headshot was in the cafeteria. Double tap was up where Cherry used to be.
Yes.
Speed
PhD
Cola,
was in the library.
PhD and
Speed
your
Yes.
Cola
and your
was
kid were in
in
the library.
Wardens.
Speed Cola was in his OG spot, so yeah.
It was such a fun mode.
It really was.
But yeah, I understand why they didn't put Jug in there. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
Because that
I
would
feel like it would have
way
been
too long.
definitely.
Gave Speed Cola a chance to become the most iconic. Now it appears, bar Black Ops 4, single map with perks.
Mm.
Jug's the young. Jug does, apart from some.
Yeah.
Anyways, we are going to wrap up here soon because we've been going for an extremely long time, and that has been. Before we go, in the spotlight again here, Zoe. I have 4 questions.
Oh,
Ask
God.
I'm going to ask every single one of our guests. First one. Oh, could you? Cheers, mate. Right. So the first question is most memorable zombie moment.
Oh my gosh. Is this just like for me personally, or yeah? Okay. To be honest, I think it has to be a recent one. It's when we were playing Ancient Evil. The team I was hunting with, Story, Chaos, and Stale. We were the first team to get the little cutscene after you type in, like, shoot the symbols on the door
All
on
right.
Ancient Evil. We were the first to see that. I was like, Stale wasn't there at the time. I think he had to go, but I was playing Shaw, so we had a bot spawn in for Bruno. So like I was the only person that saw this cutscene, and like I was like, what the heck is this? And then like seeing what actually happened in that little cutscene was just like mind blowing. There's actually a clip of it on my Twitch channel of me just like, and the story's like, who left? Who left? Like who's gone in? And she's like, holy shit. But yeah, that has to be a pretty memorable moment for me,
Oh,
honestly.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
Second question is highest round ever.
Round, it's 97 or 98 on Blood of the Dead.
Wow, I was not expecting that.
But like it's round 200 on Tag or Alpha Omega if you want to count those little things. I know.
Oh, 98 on Blood.
I'm not even a high round player. Go skirt.
Then it tried to be monkey. Super Sprint just ignored. Explain cheaply.
Please.
Like, you know, what console were you on or blah blah blah.
And they didn't do anything about it?
Okay. Good question. See, I think I know this, but I wanna confirm it. Favorite map.
You already know this.
See, I'm.
You already know this. I mentioned it earlier.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Mob of the Dead.
Yep. Yep.
Mob of the Dead.
Mhm. Yep.
Best map.
Okay, I'll that one. That's good. And from this flipping away. Favorite childhood game.
I think, to be honest, it has to be Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot. Oh wow, what?
Because it's the very first game that I played. I still have it. I still have my PlayStation 1 from back from then. Like, it used to be my eldest brother's, and then obviously got handed down to me. And I was like 4 years old just playing Crash Bandicoot on a PlayStation 1. And I love it. So that definitely has to be my most favorite childhood game.
Crash Bandicoot is definitely
For
one of
real.
the most enjoyable.
Yeah.
So we are going to wrap up the podcast here because but this has been a wonderful getting all these predictions. I want to see for 20 plus every single other out. Thanks to my co-hosts Spike and Kyle. Thank you very much, ZombSquad.
Thank you for having me. It's been great. It's been
This
fun.
is your first podcast.
Yes, it is.
Cool.
Really have to.
You've taken my podcast virginity, so.
At least I wasn't the only one thinking about that.
Right.
Okay, yeah, we really hope to have you on again.
No problem.
But yes, we are going to wrap up here. Like we said at the beginning, the tweet of Spike or Magna are tweeted down in the below along streaming channels. All of Zoe's information, Twitter, everything like that will be down in the description below. So please go and support amazing content.
Thank you.
But now, guys, we're going for a wonderful day. Stay safe, and we'll